So boys and girls, today we get to be in the Nature Center and the Wild Acres so that we can begin learning to draw in open air, or what we call en plein air, outside. And as we've observed before, we saw that Claude Monet loved to go outside so that he could paint things as they really were in real life and not just based off of his own memory. Now today we're going to begin to learn how to do this by observing details in nature. We're first going to start off by experiencing nature, where you're going to get to go outside. Next, we will observe nature up close, and then finally, you will be drawing nature. Now, for our observing nature, you're going to be making a viewfinder, and you are going to be walking around looking for some leaves that you find fascinating. What's nice about using a viewfinder is it kind of helps you go from seeing all kinds of leaves everywhere and you don't know what to focus on. This way you can use your viewfinder and just kind of look and look and look. I still haven't found my favorite leaf. I'm still looking. Where am I going to find it? And you're going to be spending time finding at least 6 leaves that make you really happy using your viewfinder. Once you've found it, then you can zero in and begin to draw. Now, when I draw this, I want you to look at my eyeballs as I am drawing the outside edge of the leaf. You'll notice that I'm looking off to the right because that's where the leaf is. And you'll notice that I am just looking at the leaf. I am hardly looking down at my paper. I'm just observing the edges of that leaf. So often we just kind of do it from memory rather than actually look at what we're drawing. Now you're going to notice that my eyes are going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Anyone know why that is? If you said it's because I'm drawing details, you are exactly right. So I started off by just really looking at the leaf while I was drawing and letting my hand do my own thing off on the paper. And now that I'm doing details, now I kind of have to make sure that the veins and the things that I'm drawing are actually in the right position. So I'm going up, down with my head. Now some kids get a little worried at the beginning that they're peeking, and that's okay. You just really want to make sure that what you're drawing is actually looking like the leaf in real life. So let's look at this again. When I was doing the outside contour lines, I was looking right at my leaf. Whereas when I'm doing the detailing, my head's going up, down, because I'm looking from my paper to my leaf, from my paper to my leaf, from my paper to my leaf. You get the idea. Now, to do our composition today, you're going to start with one leaf on your paper, and then you're going to go and find another leaf. It could be one with a different shape or different edges or a different size. So now I'm looking on my paper for an open space, and I've decided to go ahead and draw this leaf. Notice that it's not even fitting all the way on the paper. That is no big deal. If it goes right off the paper, no problem. Also notice that it's overlapping what I drew before. No big deal. In fact, I like it that it's nice and big, and if it overlaps, that's going to look even better next week. Now I went and found this leaf. I love this one. So I'm going to find another empty spot on my paper and go ahead and draw it there. Notice that I'm not drawing them in a line like little soldiers. I'm just kind of letting them almost look like they just fell on my paper. Now that I have 3 large drawings, I'm going to go and collect some more leaves and find some smaller ones that I can just put here and there and everywhere in some of those open spaces. I'm taking my time. Just because these are smaller doesn't mean that they don't mean just as much. You want to fill in those blank spaces with more leaves, and you're kind of being a detective at the same time, finding ones that are different than the ones you've drawn before. I'm hoping when you're done it will look something like this, where you have at least 3 large leaves and then you have some smaller ones. Now, to prepare us for first observing nature, I want for you to make a little viewfinder. You're going to be taking an index card and folding it in half. And what we're going to be doing now is working along the folded edge. You're going to use a little marker that's in the tray on your table and make a little upside down V on the fold. The V is not going to go on the outside edge. That would be a no, 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 no. We want it to be on that lower edge on the fold. Once you've got that, you're going to cut while it's folded. You're going to cut on that V just like this. I'm not going to open it up yet. And once that piece falls out, I can then use it to go and search for some beautiful leaves, just like this. You're going to be doing that, finding at least 6 different leaves. And as soon as you're finished, you can come and trade in your viewfinder for a piece of paper so that you can begin to draw. Your drawing time is probably going to be kind of quiet, just going around back to those leaves that you found and doing a great job. Have fun.